Okay, what if I told you that getting rich has way less to do with how smart you are and way more to do with your psychology? Most of us think money is all about math and spreadsheets, a hard science. But the truth is, it's actually a soft skill. And today, we're going to decode the behavioral script that really separates the wealthy from everyone else. To really get this, we need to talk about a guy named Ronald Read. Now, Ronald, he was a janitor, a gas station attendant, his entire life. He never won the lottery, never got a big inheritance. So, the question is, how on earth did this guy, on a totally normal income, secretly build an $8 million fortune? And yeah, you heard that right. $8 million. We're not talking about a little nest egg for a comfortable retirement. This is life-changing generational wealth built by a man with an ordinary job. So what was his secret? Well, it wasn't some stock-picking genius. Nope. It all came down to how he behaved. And this really gets to the heart of it, a powerful idea from author Morgan Housel. Financial success is not a hard science. It's a soft skill, where how you behave is more important than what you know. See, Ronald Read didn't need a fancy finance degree. He just had the right behavior. So let's break down what that actually looks like. All right, so the very first step on the janitor's path is understanding something called the price of admission. Think about it. Anything truly valuable in life has a cost, right? Well, so do big market returns, but it's probably not the cost you're thinking of. That cost is volatility. You know those crazy ups and downs in the market that can make your stomach turn? Most people see that and they freak out. They see it as risk, something to run away from. But successful investors, people like Ronald, they see it as the fee you have to pay for a shot at those amazing long-term returns. It's not a bug in the system, it's literally a feature. And this is such a crucial distinction, thinking of it as a fee versus a fine. Okay, so when the market drops, the successful investor thinks, all right, this is just the price of admission. I'm paying my dues for a great future. But the unsuccessful investor, they see it as a fine, a punishment. They think, oh no, I did something wrong. And what do? They panic sell, right at the worst possible moment. It's a tiny mindset shift with million-dollar consequences. And don't think this is just for some wild, risky stocks. Get this. Even if you just put your money in a super simple S&P 500 index fund, the classic, safe investment, you would have spent a combined total of 13 years since 1980 with your portfolio down 20% or more. 13 years. That's a long time to feel like you're losing. But sticking it out, paying that fee of volatility, that's the only way you get the incredible long-term reward. Okay, so that's the path to success. But what about the other path? The one Ronald Read managed to completely avoid. This is the one that leads even super high earners straight to ruin. It's a nasty psychological trap, and it's called never enough. This is just a wild part of human nature. You could hand someone a $2 million bonus, life-changing money, and they are on top of the world for about 5 seconds, until they hear the person at the next desk got $2,001,001. And just like that, their amazing bonus feels like a total slap in the face. Envy just poisons the well. And here's the thing. It's a game you can never, ever win. You could be a doctor making $500,000 a year, but you look at the CEO making $10 million. The CEO looks at a legend like Michael Jordan worth billions. And even Jordan has to look at a titan like Jeff Bezos. The goalposts are always moving. There's just no finish line. It really just boils down to that old saying, right? There's always a bigger fish. And when you get caught up chasing that bigger fish, you end up risking the money you actually have and actually need for something you don't even have and definitely don't need. So what's the difference? Why do some of us get sucked into that never enough trap, while others, like our janitor, just calmly pay the price of admission? Well, it all goes back to what's happening inside your own head. Let's talk about your inner money committee. See, your brain isn't just one single rational thing making decisions. It's more like a chaotic committee meeting. You got all these different voices chiming in. The voice of your childhood, your parents, your unique life experiences, your friends, and they're all sitting around a table, arguing and debating every single financial choice you make. And this is why something that looks completely irrational to one person makes perfect sense to someone else. Take lottery tickets. Research shows that the lowest income households buy the most. Is that crazy? Well, put yourself in their shoes. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you don't see any other clear path up, that lottery ticket isn't just a piece of paper. It's a ticket to a dream. It's a little bit of hope you can buy for $1. Okay, so we get the psychology. We understand there are these different paths and these voices in our heads. So now what? What's the practical step? How do we actually start rewriting that internal script that's been holding us back and, start creating our own success story? Well, the very first step is to identify the thoughts that are holding you back. We can call these stagnant water stories. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They're those repetitive negative loops that just swirl around in your head. I'll never be wealthy. I'm just not good with money. Investing is only for rich people. These stories are guaranteed to sink you. So, how do you get rid of them? You can use a simple tool called the 24-hour fabrication audit. It's incredibly powerful. The next time you catch a negative financial thought, don't just accept it. Challenge it. Ask yourself, okay, if I let myself believe this for the next 24 hours, what behavior will it cause? And if the answer is panic selling or just giving up in despair, you know that thought is toxic. You have to consciously drop it and replace it with a long-term, rational perspective. And this all leads to the ultimate takeaway. You are not a victim of the market or your circumstances. You are the owner of your actions. Your financial reality isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you fabricate, moment by moment, with the thoughts you choose to keep and the actions they inspire. When you change that internal code, the external wealth follows. It's that simple. So that brings us to the final question, the one that really matters for you, right now. What is the one stagnant water story you will stop telling yourself starting today?